And when you guys are looking off into the horizon, if you guys want to sign up for Helium Mobile, definitely check out the description. It gives you guys my promo code that you would use upon sign up that will get you your first month for free. That is not a bad deal at all. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so it's pretty beautiful out, so I figured I would go ahead and shoot this video on the Moto G Stylus 5G 2024 and just kind of give you guys like my rundown thoughts about this device. And shout out to everybody who's, been watching the video coverage on it and, just commenting, all that good stuff. But anyways, before I get started into it, if you guys want to sign up and try out Helium Mobile, link it in the description with my promo code. You guys use my promo code, you get your first month for free, just for signing up. So take advantage of that while you guys still can. But anyways, the Moto G Stylus 5G 2024 is a very interesting device that, obviously was released a couple of months ago. And, it's one that really has, people just kind of like on the fence about things. So like one of the major things that I will point out is that the device and its performance is actually really solid. Okay, the Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, although that was used in the 2023 model, so they didn't change the chipset that was used in this device. But it's still very capable, performs very, very, very well. I have no complaints at all whatsoever. Every social app that I use is working just fine. Have no issues at all whatsoever going from Facebook or TikTok, YouTube, or even X, Threads, any of those. It's not a big deal. It functions just fine. Typing in what I want to type in, uploading, a photo, video, anything like that with this device, it works flawlessly. The other day, I went ahead and made a video showing you guys what you guys could do with the cameras and video recording with the Moto G Stylus 5G 2024. And, for the most part of it, photos and everything was pretty good. And even at times, some video recording was actually pretty decent. But the only thing that the cameras pretty much lack is a very good image stabilization system in place, right? Optical image stabilization or electronic image stabilization is just not the best with this device, especially if you're going to be a content creator making videos and things like that. It's something that you definitely, want to, think about and you have to consider. So with that being said, with the device, I was able to record some videos and they came out pretty decent. The fact is when it was in the dual capture mode, which is the one thing that I think is pretty cool about the device, and I feel like that devices like my Google Pixel should actually have this, and it did not. The Pixel don't have them, and I think they should. But with that, the image stabilization pretty much was like a fail. At least though it was pointed out by BTech that in the video shot of me in the smaller window had more stability than video recording with the back camera. So I'm assuming that the image stabilization system in place can only work on one camera or another. I can't work on both at the same time, which, that's why I would say, and I said it in that video, you want to invest in a gimbal if you're going to be using that for making content with the G Stylus 2024. Aside from the cameras, I gotta say, pretty much, when it comes to the audios are fantastic on this device. I can hear things pretty clearly, and it's not like a hollow squawk box. It doesn't have punchy bass as some of my other devices do, but it does get the job done as far as being able to hear things, which was something that was on the 22 model I didn't like, was that the speakers were very quiet. You didn't really hear much of the audio until you had it like at 80 to 90% volume, and then you can start to hear video playback and music, and then 100% to like really hear it. With on this device, even at 50%, I'm able to hear any video playback that I'm listening and watching, or music playing from like Spotify, YouTube Music, or any of that sorts. So big ups to Motorola for fixing that issue, because that's one thing I really hated about the 2022 model. Of course, with the 2024 model, you get these bigger camera sensors too, and obviously they do a pretty good job. As I said, I talked about the photography and everything like that. And it's a bit different because some people would look at a two camera sensor and say, oh well, that's less than what the 2022 model had with three. But I beg to differ on that. It will take good photos, so don't worry about that. As far as a screen real estate, screen size, I mean, if you're somebody that watches a lot of content, yeah, this is going to do just fine to watch movies and things like that. And one of the really cool things that I like about this device is the fact that it's got a headphone jack, so you can plug in your own wired earbuds or wired headphones and get direct audio from the line itself, not really having to worry about, relying completely on Bluetooth. So that's a good ups on that. One of the other things I find is strange about this device, though, it does have eSIM support. So big shout out to Motorola for bringing that to a mid-range device like the G Stylus 2024. However, it's like one or the other. And looking in settings, and maybe I may have missed it. So, like on my update review, if I find out more about it, I'll let you guys know. But there isn't any, dual SIM, dual standby, which what that means is having two SIM cards active, and then one of them being able to provide data, right? Most devices today, like on the Google Pixels and iPhones, they are DS. So it's dual SIM, dual standby, and we're getting into that era where devices are going to be DSDA, which is dual SIM, dual active, meaning that it's pulling data from both service providers that you have on the device. But this one does not even have DSDS, doesn't have the whole standby moment where you can have, data switch in between, which is, what devices today pretty much do. Like when you have dual SIM set up, you can have it to where if one of the networks is performing weak, it'll auto switch to, the other SIM card's data to pull data. That way you're always going to be connected. So.
All right, something I forgot to add real quick up there on the mountain, but these phones come with RAM boost default turned on. I would advise turning it off, especially if you're going to go into gaming. Virtual RAM is not the same as actual RAM, and so it does more harm in making your phone sluggish than with it turned off, the performance is better. Just put it that way. So that's just my advice. You can keep it on if you want. You can extend the RAM if you want to. That's totally up to you, but I would advise turning it off. The experience that I'm talking about in this video has been great with RAM boost turned off.
When it comes to phone calls with this device, I've placed several phone calls. People heard me, I heard them. The microphones are fantastic on this device, and as well as hearing the call itself through the top firing speaker, that's a given. But it works. It's always good on that. And the stylus makes for something that's pretty cool if you just want to kind of just get a little extracurricular with the device to have fun doodling, jotting down, writing things down. The stylus is there, and even if you want to e-sign documents, you could use the stylus as an actual pen and sign your electronic documents. That always comes in handy. There's a little bit of a um, like stuff that Motorola puts in here just to make it worth your while. And all of the fact that when this device released, it was like $400. But I mean, there's like so many different providers that's offering this device either free with sign up or like about 150 bucks. So getting something like this for about that price is actually pretty damn good, pretty cheap and affordable. So can't really knock it there. Um, Battery is fantastic on this thing. I don't even kill the battery in one day. It actually goes through on the next day. However, I always end up throwing it on the charger for habit because my iPhone 12, it doesn't make it a full day on battery. So it's like habit to always have this on there. And I believe this has wireless charging. I haven't tested that part out yet. But you know what? It's always nice to have that feature in case you just want to quickly top up or you got like a wireless charging pad at your workstation. You can just drop it on there, let it charge up, and you're good to go. Overall, a lot of people will spend almost close to $1,000 or more than $1,000 on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which has a built-in stylus. And yes, there is more functionality and features with the S Pen on the Samsung Galaxy. But if you don't really need all that, but you really would like to have a stylus, the Moto G Stylus kind of fits that point. Basically took over a point where LG let go of the Stylo series, which I was rooting for. Because who knows what an LG Stylo 10 today would have been if LG didn't get out the phone game. But I'm glad that Motorola continued on with the Moto G Stylus. So that's my quick overview thoughts of this device. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts, drop them in the comment section of the video. Thanks for checking out this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the view also as well. And we'll talk to you all in the next one. Aloha.